Hey guys, how are you? I hope all is well. Today I would like to talk about generative AI. Do you know Google has been diving into AI and machine learning for over 20 years now. It's all about making the stuff more useful. AI's got your back from a smart composing Gmail to finding quicker routes on maps. It's not just about everyday stuff though. Google is tackling some big problems like advancing machine and fighting climate change with AI. And as Google keep bringing AI, even the fancy generative kind, into more Google things, we know that Google is gonna got our back in the search engine. So Google is not just throwing this tech out there and hoping for the best. Safety is key. Google is putting protections in place right from the start because whatever Google does, somewhere, somehow gets sued because of it. So Google is a huge company, as all we know. And everything Google does is predicted and well calculated, everything. But you never know, it could, some of these uh, invention and innovations could backfire in some countries and create problem. And this is how it goes, guys. It's not Google's fault. So Google, based on my research, I found out that Google is putting protections in place right from the start, which means keep an eye out for all sorts of risks, even those funky images made by AI. And Google is making sure that their generative AI features come with safety features built in, such as no unfair bias here. They got tools and data to spot and fix unfair bias in their AI models because when Google presented Gemini, I expressed my concern about privacy. And I do believe that Google engineers are following my videos and they getting some tips because of my videos. And that's enough for me. And I'm very thankful that my videos and suggestions are effective. And that's great, really, because in the past it wasn't like that. In the past, I kept tweeting about different problems and I kept creating videos. When I say in the past, like 10 years ago, when I used Twitter, and I tweeted a lot about technical stuff, about cybersecurity, about algorithms. I followed Google algorithms one by one. I even created a page called The Evolution of Google Algorithms since 1998. You can see on my website, it's down the page on the left side. So, yeah, Google is doing its best, Google engineers, in order to test all kinds of problems from cybersecurity to fairness issues, and they're leaving no stone unturned. And clear policies, they are setting up policies on what their generative AI cannot do. They've got these fancy classifiers to keep an eye out and block stuff that's a no-go, which is very great because I remember when I was a college student long time ago, and I did some under subcontract jobs for Google search engines. I used to report spammy websites and pornography websites to Google headquarters in Mountain View. Back then, it was an Google spam department. After I finished, then Google spam department got uh, established, and Matt Cutts became the head of Google spam department. But before that, the students like me used to we were contract based, and we used to report the spammy websites, because back then it was very easy to rank through black hat strategy websites. Even after that, after web spam got established in Google, still happened, and both in the Western countries and Eastern European countries, Google from here, and in Eastern European countries, Yandex, and in Asia, Baidu were fighting spam as well. So it wasn't just Google. I created thousands of keywords and phrases in different languages, fed databases. So now I see some of those keywords are selling top dollar in Google AdSense, Google AdWords, Google Ads. So many of those keywords are, for example, PPC Deutschland, Milli SEO, Schuler, a lot of keywords in Nordic languages, French, German, Russian, Chinese. I created Spanish, Italian, Portuguese, Japanese. I created thousands of keywords in 18 languages. Back then it wasn't Google Translate. They used multilingual people like me to create keywords and phrases and feed the database, because Google algorithm is search engine is in such a way that if you write a phrase, search phrase, if it wasn't searched before, Google doesn't give you, or search engine, not just Google, doesn't give you any result. And so in the beginning, when the search engine was created, you have to manually give some of those queries to search, and then now it's AI, and you can train the search with AI, machine learning, deep learning. So, but still, the thing is, Google is still training, creating policies. And I bet I know Google because, like I said, I grew up with Google. But for example, in Yandex and Baidu, they do the same thing, that they create and train the search engines, and we have both supervised and unsupervised algorithms. Another aspect Google is clear about is teens are safe, because Google being careful as they let teens use generative AI. So Google is keeping an eye on topics like bullying and stuff that's not cool for younger people. Another aspect which is very important, especially for me, I've been producing content since like forever. And my content has been stolen. Lots of infringement went on. I mean, almost on daily basis. It was in a period that almost on daily basis, I kept sending copyright infringement, because some people, there were a lot of, and there are still content theft going on. And they took my content, stole my content, and took credit for them, especially when I used to use Twitter. I stopped using back in 2019. I don't like it. A very ordinary sentence I used to write, I got so many unrelated and spammy comments. So I just wanted that to stop. Anyway, copyright protection. In terms of copyright protection, Google is covering their users when it comes to copyright issues, so that's great. So Google is adding more information to the AI outputs to help us users understand what's going on. So content is super important. And Google is adding tools like about this result in search to help us know what's what. And for images, Google is making sure that they got labels and watermarks, so those kind of copyright infringement doesn't happen. Oh, and BARD and SGE are kind of like experiments. So these big language models aren't perfect right now, especially when it comes to breaking news. But don't worry, Google is always improving, and I trust that. Now, about the privacy. This is something that you can mess with. So Google is building AI stuff that are all about private. Google got a bunch of privacy protections in place, and you can pause, save, or delete your data anytime you want. Cool, isn't it? And just for you to know that Google is not selling your personal information for ads. Nope, never done it and won't start it either. Google is not doing this AI thing alone. It's a team effort. So we're talking about all sorts of folks like researchers and other companies and even the governments. So it's a group, like partnerships among companies and engineers and everybody on AI and machine learning. And they're not hiding their progress either. So they've been very open about it, and I do respect that. And Google is working on everyone to make AI better and safer. So I really admire this about Google. I'm not happy with some of Google's products. Google knows it. But at the same time, I'm very admiring that Google keeps improving and keeps taking copyright and has copyright policy in place. And remember, guys, Google has hundreds of lawyers in every country. With every product Google sends out, there's a bunch of lawyers are behind the scenes checking out if these are aligned with the law of that country. But sometimes, pardon my French, shit happens. So you can't blame that. You can't blame a company for that. And that's all, folks. I just wanted to let you know what is going on behind the scenes. And until next time, I wish you a great day. Have a lovely day. Bye.